Guys, so anyway, this time I wanted to go over a little bit of the idea of being aware of where you're at all the time and using the tools that you've probably developed over the years, and hopefully I've helped with if you've watched some of my other videos on just different inversions of chords, things like that. Now, just real simply, I was playing a G major 7 to a C major 7, basically. Once in a while, I would play a G 6-9 or something like that, but all majors. So just G major to C major. And so I wanted to just show how simple that can be to move around and not get lost and be able to express yourself that way, which is kind of the idea of learning all kinds of theory in your way around the neck on guitar to just make music. So, like I said, if you've been paying attention to some of the other things that we've talked about in some previous episodes, or shows that I'd like to call them, but anyway. So there's my G major 7. Here's a C major 7. Very familiar forms, I'm sure, to most of you. But see how I would move around. Here's G major 7, right? Here's one way. There's another way. Right? Another way here. Or here. Or here. Oops. Or here. And here, you just keep repeating after that. For C major 7, we got here. Right? We got here. We got here. And these just keep moving up and down. Now you can go on lower strings and do more, put like a 9 here. There's your 7. When you get lower, it starts to sound, it's a little more difficult to sound clear. But if you keep in mind that as long as it's a major, so it can be just a 1-3-5. It could be a major 7, a major 9, a major 6 chord. Any of those kind of extensions, possibly sus chords, but for the most part, doing it this way, by using all the knowledge you have of the guitar neck in these different forms, you can go ahead and improvise, and not just when you're soloing, I mean, when you're comping as well. So, or when you're playing by yourself and you're soloing and comping. And once in a while, maybe throwing in a bass note or two or some sort of bass line. In other words, so if you're on, say, the G majors. To the C. The G, the C, see where we're at. So that's what I want to get across, is the idea of if you get really comfortable with knowing where all these notes are and all these little chord forms, you don't have to get stuck playing here and on your G, then jumping up for a C. Or even worse, if you can play those two, but then when you go to stay in the key of G, which was basically doing here, and you jump to the C, you don't want to have to jump back down here so you know where to play some notes. You want to be able to do this. Work your way up. You know, if it calls for that. So, I mean, if you want to be up here. Sorry, I hit the wrong note. Still in the key of G, but I'm on that C chord. To the G. So can I talk and express at the same time? I'm not sure. So G, C, G, C, let me back up to the G here. C. Then you can jump up again, you know, and then you can go to the C here as well. See? So you got G, C, G, C, right? G, C, G, C. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up real quick. I want to make these as simple to understand as possible. So that's only 2 chords. So obviously you could apply that technique to much more sophisticated changes and things like that. Say if you're doing progressions and that have 4 or 5 changes or more, then you'll always know where you are. The more comfortable you are with knowing these things. So you can you don't want to have to stop in the middle of your line when you're soloing, or even when you're comping. It sounds better than jumping around a lot of times. If you're behind somebody, say you go to G to C, it just sounds better when you're doing changes that move more closely together, and that's sort of a form of voice leading right there as well, if you hear that term. Okay, that's it for today, and I hope you're enjoying these, and write something in and let me know, okay? Because I'll be back again. I had a little gap again. I had a lot going on. I'm going to try and stay more consistent, and I hope to have more subscribers, so please do that if you haven't done it yet on YouTube, or if you're just seeing this somewhere else, on my website, on one of the other social networking sites, that's fine. But it'll usually take you back to YouTube, where this channel is, and you can subscribe from there, and you will get notices if you do that, as to when I have another video coming up. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and we'll see you next time. Have fun with this.